Sparta, Kentucky, home of the Kentucky Speedway, a 1.5 mile D-shaped oval that was designed by Darrell Waltrip. If Kentucky is a cookie cutter track, it certainly has broken the mold. Its brand new smooth surface has aged through the harsh Kentucky winters and has developed to be a bumpy, cranky, old, worn-out surface. Its banking allows drivers freedom to run multiple grooves, high and low, and has become a fan and driver favorite. The drivers of the RaceKings Cup Series have not only have to contend with each other, but with the bumps on the track that will give you the car absolute fits as they navigate its surface, providing some great racing action. And we're going to have it all live for you here on the 3Y TV for the Kentucky 200. Hello everyone, I'm Tanner Sharp in the booth, and always beside me is Justin Kolb, spinning the dials, moving the sliders, making us sound twice as good as we look, and also who wiped me off the track here one time, Mr. Carlos Acosta. Who is you? Justin, Kentucky Speedway. It is a racetrack that is bumpy, it's worn out, it's challenging. The racing with each other is just not the only problem with these drivers. Tell me a little bit about Kentucky and what you know about this track.
Well, I'd like to say that everything about this track is challenging. The way you get onto pit road, managing the bumps around here, even getting off road, it can be so narrow. And really, one mistake around this racetrack can lead to calamity. We're going to mention the bumps a lot here tonight. iRacing does not have the new pavement. This is still the old pavement, so you're going to see a lot of these cars rocking down the front straightaway. And it's going to be pretty interesting to watch that, and these corners, they have, I'd like to say, not as much banking as, you'd think here, and that can also lead to some problems as well. 1 and 2 can be a little narrow, and 3 and 4 is almost like wide open plains over there. It's much wider in 3 and 4, I'd have to say.
Much wider indeed, for sure. 14 degrees of banking in all corners of the racetrack, with the exception of the front straightaway and the back straightaway. I do believe it's more like 8 and 10 degrees on the front straightaway, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a little bit of bank to it, but it's nice and wide. Well, before we talk about the 3Y Racing League and its RaceKings Cup Series, let's head in and about our drivers. Let's talk about the point standings that's been happening here. We're getting closer and closer to the playoffs, Justin, and so at this point of the season, it's crunch time if you cannot get into the playoffs. Cameron Rich currently is going to sit on top of the point standings with 5 wins, 567 points. Paul Ross in second, 501 points. That's 66 points back from Cameron. Sam Close, who is hunting for his first victory of the season, but he's had a lot of success here at Kentucky. He is 3rd in points. Peter Short, 4th in points, who is not here tonight. So that will change up the points just a little bit, but nonetheless, Peter does have 3 wins that can secure himself into the playoffs. Luis Salmasso rounds out the top 5 in points. He's had an up and down season, only 7 top 10s in the first 11 starts. Johnny Thomas, sitting 6th in points, has yet to visit victory lane this season, but he's been just as competitive as Sam Close. Actually, probably the most competitive driver other than Cameron Rich in that top 10 list is Mr. Johnny Thomas. Matt Hackathorn, 7th in points. Levi Zielinski is an 8th. Kevin Finn is 9th in points, and rounding out the top 10 points is the rookie Dylan Hickey. Dylan's having an up and down season, but still pretty solid in the top 10. Kind of looking at the schedule here, I do believe we have 12 drivers that will be here. So the top 12 drivers will make the playoffs later this season. And speaking, let's talk to one of those drivers who's in that top 10, who's looking for his first win of the season. I'm talking about Sam Close. He's come so close. He's got success here at Kentucky. I'm going to pull Sam up here right now. Sam Close, 3Y TV, do you have a copy? We'll try it one more time. Sam Close, 3Y TV, do you have a copy? All right, we will catch Sam back here in a little while. He's unavailable to speak to at the moment, but looking at Sam's stats here at Kentucky here, folks, it's pretty good. 5 starts in the 3Y Racing League since the 2015 season. The 2015 RLJ Custom Graphics B Series, he's had 5 starts. 4 top 5s, 4 top 10s, 2 wins, average finish of a 3.8. with 236 laps led. What does that what does that say? That says Sam, is very competitive at Kentucky, and I just got a notification that Sam is back, so let's pull Sam back. Samuel Close, 3Y TV, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. Do this time.
That's all right. Sam, we were just talking about your recent success here at the Kentucky Speedway, and we've noted that you do not have a win on yet this season. How do you feel about entering this race tonight with the knowledge in your mind that you've had a lot of success in the 3-Wide Racing League at Kentucky?
I feel pretty good. The front tires burn up pretty fast. So if we get some long runs, I think tire conservation will definitely come into play. And that should play towards my style. Hopefully we get that. Otherwise, there's a lot of fast guys. The field is stronger than it was last year, I feel like, and it'll be a challenge, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully we can get one in the books.
Absolutely, and I believe you can, because you've had a lot of success here at Kentucky. I've raced with you here at Kentucky, and you won races. You have an average finish of a 3.8 at this track since joining 3-Wide Racing League, and that's some pretty good stout stats at a track like Kentucky. With only a few races remaining left, we got Kentucky tonight, then we got Michigan, Daytona, Indianapolis, Darlington, and Richmond at 6 races. How do you feel about these next 6 races? Do you think you can be able to get a win at one of these next 6 races?
I think I can. Just need the cards to fall my way, and just not make stupid mistakes. I've been having some pit road troubles and just other little stuff where I had a solid finish and just kind of throwing it out the window. So really need to eliminate those and be up there and have a chance at it. I think Richmond, Indy, Daytona's a crapshoot, but I think I can squeeze one out at one of those tracks. But hopefully we can take care of that here.
All right, Sam. Well, it's a little bit of a difficult pit road tonight, especially on that exit pit road, because you got that cone a little further down than usual. So hopefully the mistakes are gone and you get the victory lane tonight. Thank you for speaking with us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the broadcast.
That's Sam Close, folks, who's looking for his first win of the season. And Justin, I do believe Sam can get it done tonight. It's just a matter, like he said, if the car can fall his way.
Absolutely, and there's really no doubt in my mind. There's been a couple races this year already where he's been so close, and maybe one thing gone differently, and he could have already been in victory lane 2-3 times this year. So it's definitely not a matter of if he can get to victory lane. It's a matter of when. And as you mentioned, 6 races to go. No doubt in my mind that even if he does not make the victory lane, he's a shoe-in for that championship come the end of the year.
Let's talk about another driver who's been kind of very competitive this season. I do want to take note of it because it's very important as far as the stat sheet is concerned whenever you're a race fan. Because I'm a fan. I've always been a fan of 3-Wide Racing. I've had by bumps in the noggins with other drivers before, but I've always been a fan of this league. And I'm always on their website every single week, even here tonight, looking at the stat sheet. There's 2 drivers that stick out as far as the most top 10s. That's Cameron Rich, he's leading the points, and Johnny Thomas. 10 top 10s and 11 starts. He's been very, very competitive this season. The only top 10 he did not get was Bristol earlier this season. That was back in April. But has yet to visit victory lane this season in official points. Can Johnny Thomas get to victory lane before the playoffs start there, Justin?
I'd have to believe so. He already knows what it's like to win a championship, to win races here in this series, and you mentioned it. He's been consistently in the top 10, and hasn't quite always been up there in the top 3 this season so far. But I still believe that maybe if one race can go exactly his way, he can definitely go to victory lane.
Johnny Thomas's stats look like he's had a slow start, but he's been getting there. That's for sure. His average finish this season's been an 8th, so it's not all that bad realistically. So we'll have to keep an eye on Johnny Thomas's performances here tonight at Kentucky Speedway. Looking at the time here, we got about 20 seconds until the practice is over with, and we go into a 5-minute qualification session for 2 laps for each driver. Let's talk about practice charts here quickly. Chuck Sweeting on top of the board. 2nd place, Levi Zielinski. Third place, Paul Ross. Fourth place, Corey Lindsay. Fifth place, Tate Lytle. Sixth place, Cameron Rich. Seventh place, Johnny Thomas. Kevin Finns in eighth. Mike Stevens in ninth. Rounding out the top 10, Nathan Velez. A very interesting top 10. Good run for Mr. Corey Lindsay because, he's had a difficult season this year, but getting up there in the practice charts as a fourth place has to give you a good confidence booster in where you're going to qualify in the field. Qualifying has now begun, so we're going to see drivers hit the racetrack at the moment. I cannot actually see the drivers, so I got to switch over to my other camera. And who we got on screen here?
This is Mike Stevens. So showing right now 23 drivers going to go for the Drive for Suicide Prevention Pole Award here tonight.
Yes, sir. Actually, it's always been a sponsor. Yeah. We just have not been mentioning them. We'd like to apologize for the Drive for Suicide Prevention for that. But this is Mike Stevens in turns 3 and 4. Now, you notice that he came off of the apron off of turn number 2. That is a requirement here on iRacing now. And you did see a blue line. He's at the start-finish line right now, washing up to the outside wall. Let's see what he takes it. Takes it down into turns 1 and 2. 14 degrees of banking, very bumpy. Pretty good line. It's going to wash out to the wall to try to carry as much speed as possible. He does hit the wall, though, so if he wouldn't have hit the wall, he would have carried great speed, but he did hit the wall coming off of turn number 2, and I do believe he looks like he's going to try to finish the lap regardless. But actually, the lap doesn't count because he hit the wall.
You just see if he can get around. So you're going to see, no, he didn't do it, but I've seen some guys here, Tanner, here qualifying. Paul Ross was the one that I was looking at. Some of these guys are going underneath that yellow line, and while that's not out of balance here tonight, I'm sure you can attest to it like I can. That's a very rough transition going all the way down there. That's probably arguably the most bumpiest part of the track, and it's a very rough transition from that apron all the way back up to the wall when you try and arc it into turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely. This was the track I kind of had in my mind when I tried out the butt kickers one time, or whatever the heck they're called. I wasn't at my personal house though. This was over at somebody else's house, and we were driving Kentucky Speedway. Man, that thing going down in the apron, because I know you can pick up some speed down there. I drive down there during the race trim too sometimes. It really kicks you in the butt sometimes because it's a bump. You're going over a bump, and it's just an aggressive bump down there, more aggressive than the racetrack itself. Here's a good camera view. I do believe this is Johnny Thomas. I do not own any butt kickers, by the way. I just have a regular old heater set.
I can only imagine that. Kicks you in the butt.
I call it a butt kicker because it kicked me in the butt. So if they're actually called butt kickers, then... Yeah. I first heard of those on Inside Sim Racing. If anybody watches that. I was a big fan of that channel. I don't know if they still make videos, but I was a huge fan of that channel.
That channel's going through a whole lot of changes.
Johnny Thomas, currently 5th right now on the speed charts as far as qualification is concerned. Kind of same drive. Oh, go ahead there, listen.
I was going to say, about 2 minutes left in qualifying already, so halfway through, and on top of the board, really no surprise there, Cameron Rich.
I'm showing a different paint scheme on Johnny Thomas than what I'd seen on the other camera.
Are you seeing Carhartt?
I am not. Oh, wait, I'm seeing a brown Carhartt, yes.
Okay. Well, it looks like someone here didn't update their trading paints.
Raw. Production truck, we all love you either way. But hey, just remember, you knocked me off the track. I'm getting on our producer because what the story is behind that is qualification. We got 1 minute till qualification. It was the 2015 B Chesapeake Diecast Series. We were racing at Kentucky, and I was racing with Carlo side by side here, and he just accidentally came down on me like I wasn't there and just wiped me off the track, and I saved it. And it was pretty fun. I still give him crap about it through this day.
Thinking about it, I think I might remember that one. I think I was behind that incident. I think I vividly remember that one.
Oh yeah, memories at Kentucky. But Cameron Rich so far is sitting on top of the board. We got 20 seconds left in qualification. So far, Cameron Rich on top of that board. Hey, Tate Lytle, 4th so far. Seeing drivers who did good practice runs in practice are not in the top 10, such as Paul Ross, Corey Lindsey. Who else is not up there?
Dylan Hickey, one of them.
Dylan Hickey.
And I will say, I'm one of those. I can't say that qualifying is not always indicative of how you're going to race, but sometimes you just don't have a good lap.
I tell you what, man, I believe it or not, I think I got a poor average qualifying statistic in 3-wide racing, but I've always tried to focus on racetrack. It looks like I'm going out there on the track doing hot laps and all that. I'm just trying to see what I can do in the qualifying, and then I try to worry about a race trip. And usually I just want to try to get out there in traffic and see how the car is going to handle, and just put some laps on the tires, and then look at the tires and see what am I doing. How much do I got to get into the throttle? All that stuff matters. It really does. I do believe we are getting gridded up here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep,
yes,
we're getting gridded up. So let's go ahead and take it to the starting grid here in Kentucky for the Kentucky 200. Cameron Rich gets $1 for the Drive for Suicide Prevention Pole Award. So congratulations to Cameron. Second place, Luis Salmasso. Third place, Mr. Sam Close. I tell you what, he's my guy. We'll do picks after the grid here. But Sam Close starts third. Tate Lytle will start fourth. Oh my God, producer. Tate Lytle in fourth. Fifth place, Chuck Sweeting. Levi Zielinski in sixth. Nathan Velez in seventh. Johnny Thomas in eighth. Rusty Webb in ninth. And Jordan Teal rounding out the top 10. Kevin Finn will start in 11th place here tonight. Mac Hackathorn in 12th. Richard Hines in 13th. Paul Ross will start in 14th. That's actually a shocker to me. Mike Stevens in 15th. Chad Brown in 16th. Lynn Hickey, who's been pretty competitive so far this season, top 10 in points, will start in 17th. Corey Lindsey, a little bit of a shocker there, but he's going to start 18th tonight. Wade Lear in 19th. And rounding out the top 20 is James Duke. Blackjack position, Brenton Miller. Richard Lafney, 22nd. Steve Kettman in 23rd. That rounds out the 23-car field. And our producer actually shouted a little bit earlier when I was going through the lineup because the Marlins have won the World Series.
Oh, man, what a miracle.
All right, I'm making a pick. Sam Close is my guy tonight. You can't touch him, Justin. Sam's going to victory lane tonight.
You definitely stole my pick, but I'll pick his teammate who's starting second here tonight. Luis Salmasso is going to get his first win of the season here tonight. And Carlos is picking James Duke.
James Duke.
Well, before we go green here, before we hand it over to Tanner Sharp to call the green, of course, want to give a few shout-outs. As always, the cameras tonight are going to be provided by TrackCams for Gourmet. You can find more information and download the pack at www.trackcams22.com or facebook.com/trackcams. Thanks to Johnny Morris from OCR TV for the graphics package here tonight. Thomas Morris, excuse me, and Drive for Suicide Prevention for the pole award here tonight. And Tanner, getting ready to go to the green here.
Coming to the green flag, pace car is going to make a hard left angle to pit road there. 133 laps these guys are going to be turning here tonight. And here we go. The gloves are on. The steering wheels are hooked up. And the throttle is going to be written down. Very slow start, but we're racing at Kentucky.
We already have a car back there with damage. The 76 of James Duke looks like he's possibly rear-ended somebody.
Who did he rear-end?
I'm not sure. He's got some front-end damage. Just take a look. The 00 of Corey Lindsey.
Oh, man, Corey. Take going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's
huge
accident back there. The 48, Nathan Velez involved in that. Corey Lindsey.
Oh, my God. I thought that was Sam. Never mind.
Oh, we jinxed him again.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at the replay, see what happens.
Oh, what? That was the 48 of Nathan Velez. Got loose. Clipped Corey Lindsey there. One car was up in the air. I believe that was Nathan Velez. Wow. Was he just... Oh, he caught the apron there a little bit.
Just caught the apron, got them left sides, just a little, actually on the line, just below the line,
Ouch.
and just snapped loose. And man, I gotta stop cursing Corey, man, because he is. I mean, he already took a licking just before the green flag.
Caught the 48 there, caught Brent Miller in the 89.
Very unfortunate for quite a few of these drivers here tonight. And don't expect pit stops right now, folks, even though pit road is open this time. But Luis, by the way, folks, under that, just as the caution came out, Salmasso took the lead away from Cameron Rich. So Rich has yet to see a lap led for him tonight, but I'm pretty sure that will change. Otherwise, Rich fell from Salmasso and Lytle. Dropped 2 spots.
Yes, we're going to take a look at the restart here with James Duke. I don't know if he thought they were going early, and yeah, you could see there he just rear-ended the 0-0 of Corey Lindsay, and that was a rough start for Corey, and of course, unfortunately got caught up with his teammate Brent Miller there, which really kind of, I'd have to assume he's going to end his night here.
Duke's had a rough season for sure. A very rough season.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the still pace car lights are still turned on here in Kentucky. There hasn't been any notable changes within the race so far, with the exception of Cameron Rich, currently in the 3rd spot at the moment. Sam Close is currently in 4th. Nobody has really gained a couple spots through the field, with probably the exception of Matt Hackathorn. Hackathorn has gained 3 spots since that start in 1 lap. Yep, I was just looking at iRacing instead of the live timing and scoring, because if, for example, Mr. Zielinski passed Sam Close, then my live timing and scoring would change. We should receive the 1-to-go signal this time by. We just now seen our first caution on lap 1, and now hopefully we get the glitch gremlins out of the way, and where we should see some good green flag racing. That's what Kentucky Speedway can produce. 1-to-go signal. Let's reset the field here for you. Luis Salmasso is currently leading the race right now, has led every lap. Obviously, it's been the first 3 laps. 2nd place, Tate Lytle. 3rd place, pole sitter Cameron Rich. 5th place, Sam Close. Or 4th place, Sam Close. And Levi Zielinski rounding out the top 5. Chuck Sweeting in 6th. 7th place, Johnny Thomas. Rusty Webb is currently in 8th. Matt Hackathorn in 9th. And rounding out the top 10, Paul Ross.
And we see here that Luis Salmasso actually taking the high side here for this restart. So, in the chat, we do have the usual driver of the 46, Kyle Hanshaw, on his way home. Well, your car's currently in 2nd position, so I'm sure it's going to be a good show for you here tonight, Kyle.
He's on his way home, and he's driving, and he's listening to 3-Wide TV, a.k.a. the 3-Wide Radio, because you're listening to the 3-Wide Radio of the Kentucky 200 for the RaceKings Cup Series. Hello, Kyle Henshaw. Pace car is in, and we're going to see a second restart of the night, or first restart of the night. We're back green flag racing at Kentucky. Luis Salmasso, good restart right here. Battle's on point for 2nd spot. Sam Close with a nice jump. He must have just followed Luis. But by the way, those 2 are teammates. They're going to be going out front right now as they're trying to get past number 46 of Tate Lytle, coming off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, it is Salmasso, Close, Lytle, Rich, Sweeting the top 5. Cameron Rich on the high side, but he's in trouble. He's starting to get past side-by-side racing with the number 26 of Chuck Sweeting. That is the first side-by-side battle. Right now, the 46 of Tate Lytle is trying to go after number 5, cannot produce anything. He's going to go to the inside for 2nd place down in turn number 1. Oh, a bunch of battling going on. Oh, I tell you what, Chuck Sweeting had to get on the binders just a little bit. That messed up Levi Zielinski and washed him up the hill. Johnny Thomas is actually going to try to take advantage of this situation, as he's going to go side by side with the 59 of Zielinski. Here comes the 88 of Rusty Webb. All this is battling is for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Right now, the number 46 of Tate Lytle did not get by Sam Close for 2nd, but the battle is pretty much really busy from Johnny Thomas and Levi Zielinski on back. That's 6th on back.
Rusty Webb still trying it on that yellow line underneath the 14 of Kevin Finn there. And we'll still be side by side down the back straightaway there, and Finn will hold off the position.
Man, I really try to do an MRN style of the race here at Kentucky, but you got that battle right there with Johnny Thomas. Oh no!
Now this battle for the lead pack's kind of heating up.
Good solid racing right now. Everybody's practically kind of getting single file with the exception of Johnny Thomas back there. Johnny's currently in 8th place. Actually, he's just cleared somebody. Rusty Webb is actually battling with Kevin Finn for 9th place. Finn is on the bottom. Webb is on the higher side, right behind those two cats. Is sitting in 11th place. Matt Hackathorn in the 44 car. Driver on the move since the drop of the green flag, really, here tonight is Paul Ross, already making up spots, battling with Chuck Sweeting for 5th. Paul's currently in 6th at the moment. Nothing happening with the top 4 cars. At the moment, it is still Amasso, Close, Lytle, and Rich, the top 4 drivers. Those drivers are nose to tail. The battle on point, realistically. Oh, we might have a battle for 4th, though. Number 46 is feeling the pressure from the number 17 of Cameron Rich.
Oh, and caution's out.
Caution is out. We got a wreck.
The 63 of Mike Stevens around on the front straightaway here, and the 03 Wade Lear you see as well.
Stevens and Lear.
What happened here? Oh. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Stevens thought he knew he was out there. He's at the 03 Wade Lear was out there, and unfortunately you saw there was some pretty good contact between the two.
It looked like Lear tried going around the outside, and I tell you what, that 63 kind of just darted to the right just a little bit. We see our second caution flag of the evening. The field collects the pace car coming off of turn number 2. Sam, I'm thinking of Sam Close right now. Sam, you're thinking about me, buddy. Justin, we're only 11 laps, or going to be completing 11 laps here. Do you want to come down pit road right now?
I feel like it's early enough, and I have to believe that this track is going to be pretty abrasive on these tires. 11 laps, you're not going to know whether you're going to when the next caution is going to come out. I have to imagine that everyone's going to come down pit road this time.
Pit road is open right now. Let's see what our results is.
And here they come.
Coming into pit road, Samasso, Close, Lytle, Rich, and Sweeting, the top 5.
Rich was thinking about it, and he will come down.
So here we go. This is a pretty lengthy front stretch of a pit road here, and it is actually pretty lengthy when you exit pit road because the cone isn't directly on the exit of pit road, so keep aware of that. Coming down pit road, I'm going to assume everybody's going to go for 4 tires. I'm at least seeing the top 5 cars getting their pit boxes. Everybody has a nice smooth entrance. Right side's going up on a lot of these drivers.
And the exit of pit road is where it's going to really be interesting because they're going to have to get single file real quick, and the 59 is going to be off. And
there goes, Cameron Rich, Levi
Zielinski, 2 tires.
Masso, Tate Lytle, and Sam Close, the top 5.
Yeah, Still and Hickey did stay out, but Cameron Rich and Levi Zielinski, 2 tires, as well as Jordan Teal back there, I see. Interesting strategy early here. I'd have to assume that they're just going to see how well this is going to work out and kind of gauge it for the rest of the race, whether this is going to be a viable strategy.
Hickey came in that first caution, but he's got some guys with some fresher stickers than what he has, obviously. Let's see what Hickey does.
Oh, does Levi Zielinski looks like he has a penalty of some sort. He's coming back down pit road. As well as Corey Lindsay, but he's 2 laps down, so he's just taking his pit stop now. Oh yeah, excuse me, he got the wave around, so he is now 1 lap down.
Levi Zielinski coming back down pit road.
I'm going to take a look here and see what penalty may have been.
Was he speeding?
I'd have to believe so, because it does not look like he was above that yellow line. Actually, I believe it was a exit violation. He pulled out a couple yards early of that blue line. So,
Oh, and now he's got to come down pit road.
well, if you're gonna make mistakes, it's best to do it early, I suppose.
Hey, tell you what, Sam Close talked about you got to clean up the mistakes, and he's right because I've made plenty of mistakes on pit road in the past. You got to clean yourself up if you want to be competitive, and as competitive as Sam is in this series this season, man, the mistakes have plagued him from trying to get a win or up there, because there was one point he was finishing nothing but third places or second places. So hopefully all the mistakes, gremlins are out of all of these drivers here this evening, and I do believe we should get the 1-to-go signal this time by.
What's going to be interesting to watch here is how well Cameron Rich is going to be able to hold on the second place position. He is, with Levi pitting, he's going to be the only car besides Jordan Teal back there in 6th on 2 tires. So,
I mean, realistically, Cameron Rich, he did this strategy before. Do you remember at Charlotte? Stayed out, had 2 tires, was still able to keep the lead, and practically led the majority of the race.
oh, that's true. Of course, these tracks are going to be totally different from each other, but it's going to be interesting to see whether this works out the same way it did for Charlotte.
It'll be an interesting thing to see because you got, let's reset the field here. Dylan Hickey, no tires under this caution flag. He's the Lone Ranger that stays out. Number 17, Cameron Rich, is going to start in 2nd here with 2 tires, and everybody else behind him, Luis Salmasso, Tate Lytle, and Sam Close, the rest of the top 5, are all on 4 tires. Here we go. Pace car is going to be in. Going to get back green flag racing. We're going to see our 2nd restart of the evening. And we're back racing. What a whale of a jump by Dylan Hickey. How long will it last? He's out there. Battle's on point for 2nd between Tate Lytle and Cameron Rich.
Oh, and there is contact between the two.
Yeah, it was a contact? Oh my gosh. If it was, I was just about to say almost contact, but they made contact. I'm glad we don't have tire rubs.
Well, actually, no, there wasn't contact between the two, but that got very close from the angle I was watching.
Oh man, we're gonna go 3 wide maybe. I don't know if that'll work. Man, the battle's really up towards the front. Look at all these drivers all over each other, following Dylan Hickey, who was on older tires. You got 4 tires, a mix of 2 tires. Oh. Cameron Rich really loose on the bottom side of the racetrack. He saves it, but he's getting out of the way. They're 3 wide, getting passed by the 33 of Teal. Or Tate Lytle. No, number 33, Jordan Teal and Sam Close.
And we're still 3 wide here.
3 wide here because you got the older tire sets of Dylan Hickey. Tate Lytle takes the lead.
Tomasso's going to get to 2nd. Sam Close is going to battle off Jordan Teal for 3rd, and Teal in 4th.
Oh, look at Paul Ross. Paul Ross just actually went through the middle on the 14 of Finn and Sweeting.
Oh, man, that got really close there.
This is getting hairy. Oh, he's going through the middle
again. He's going to go 3 wide again.
It is 3 wide racing here, folks, for the Race King Cup Series. Man, I tell you what, Paul picking them up and then just dropping them. Battle for the lead. Almost contact between the 2. That is Salmasso versus Lytle for the race lead off of turn number 2. Tate Lytle on a higher line. On the bottom line is Luis Salmasso. I like that Heineken paint scheme.
Oh.
Woo!
Salmasso really wanted to clear Lytle off 4 there, but unfortunately was not able to slam the door, and gonna have to see what he can do in 1. It's going to be side by side once again. Is Salmasso going to be able to build up some momentum here?
I know the feeling on that, what Tate Lytle's trying to do, get down to that door to side draft him just a little bit to slow him down. Something's wrong. Oh, he's going to let Sam Close by.
You can see there, Salmasso did not have the momentum that Sam did, and rather than battling 3 and 4, Salmasso just let his teammate go there and said, go ahead and battle for that lead.
Oh, we got our 2 picks up there. There's Justin.
Yeah.
We got Sam and we got Salmasso. So this is gonna be an interesting concept. It's still early in the race though. Let's go to. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say one driver to note at the moment, Levi Zielinski, who had to come down to serve that pit road violation, has only made it up to about 15th position and kind of stalled out at the moment. But he's got I'd say a pretty good pack of cars just in front of him. We'll have to see if he can make it all the way up there before too long here.
Let's go to 7th place, Johnny Thomas. Under fire right now from the number 14 of Kevin Finn.
Oh, caution's
Caution.
out. The 8 of Richard Lafferty around in turn number 2 here.
Richard Lafferty, number 8.
Yeah.
That's a Johnny Thomas driver.
That car's tore. It looks from the tire tracks, it looks like he may have gotten either loose turned or he hit the wall, and then I was gonna say that's kind of where the tire tracks were heading. Outside wall, inside wall, back to the outside wall.
Best way to explain this: that wall's Carlos, that 8 car is me, except I didn't hit the inside
Oh
wall.
my goodness, he's still on about this.
I'm giving credit to our producer here. But yeah, it looks like he just slapped the wall and the car just darted to the left and hits the inside wall, which brings out our 3rd caution. Three cautions in the first 21 laps. Hey, Carlos, that was actually the same portion of the racetrack, too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Lord.
that was a bit of a shorter run there, and well, 10 laps there. Let's see if they're gonna come down. Yep, it looks like some are faking.
We got some mixtures. Wow, I tell you what.
That surprises me right there. Jordan Teal and Cameron Rich, the 2 guys who took 2 tires, are actually gonna stay out on the racetrack.
Hey, Jordan Teal. Oh my God, Jordan Teal did take 2 tires last time.
Well, that's quite the interesting strategy there. Everybody else is going to come down, and I'd have to assume 4 tires, but...
Cameron, I know you're fast and all, but you're ballsy. Jordan, you're just as ballsy as Cameron. I think those 2 are teammates over at Eisentech Enterprise,
Yes.
so a little bit of a team communication going on.
I
if I'm
have
not
to believe
mistaken.
so.
But pit stops have concluded. Hanshaws, close. Or Lytle, close. Samasso, and Thomas. Nice job, Thomas. Did anybody take 2 tires?
Oh, looks like everybody took 4 tires on that random
blinking.
stop, so...
Yeah, producer, he's blinking in and out.
Well, this is going to be very interesting. Yep. Jordan Teal up there is blinking.
Hopefully that connection stays put. If we do not get one to go signal this time by, I'd like to bring in a driver here. I don't know what driver, but I will let you know the driver. We got Velez headed to pit road, but he's a lap down.
I believe he tried to get the wave around, and unfortunately the 2 leaders there decided they wanted to stay out, so... Well, currently have 2 drivers out of the race at the moment, the 03 of Wade Lear and the 89 of Brent Miller, and we did not get the one to go, so Tanner, go ahead and hoist somebody up here.
All right, I'm going to go with Luis Salmassa. We already talked to Sam. We'll talk to your pick, Justin, and I'll tell you what, I'll have you interview Luis.
All right. Luis Salmasso, 3YTV, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, 3YTV.
All right, buddy. Well, you're my pick here tonight, so no pressure on that, but you're looking strong so far early in the evening. How's the car feeling?
Car feels good. It's a weird feeling. This track is always like bumpy and slippery because of the surface. So it's always a fun place to drive, even though it's very hard for you to get a consistent in and out, lap in, lap out in this place. But it looks like we have some pretty drivable car tonight. So you can go low, you can go high, you can do a lot of stuff. It's just very hard to pass. But so far, things are looking good. It has been funny 24 laps so far.
It definitely looks like these cars are drivable here tonight. We've already seen a lot of three-wide racing and a lot of close racing here. Is that fun early in the going here, or does that get a little tense at times?
It's fun, but then you need to think, how long do I want to keep this up? Because you know that your right front tire is going to go away pretty soon if you keep like diving in and trying to force the turn, the whole thing. So you need to think at the same time, how much can I force this and how much do I want to save my stuff? Sometimes you just need to bail out of a bad situation that might jeopardize a 20, 30 lap run.
Absolutely. Well, we see you got the 1-to-go signal. We'll let you go here and wish you good luck with the rest of the race.
10-4. Thanks for picking me to win. Hopefully the booth curse is not going to get me tonight.
I sure hope not. All right, that was Luis Salmaso, currently running in the 6th position at the moment as we get ready for a restart.
Yep, let's break it down for you here right now. Jordan Teal currently leading the race on 2 sets of tires. Did not stop under this caution. Cameron Rich stays out again, or stays out under this caution. He's still on them right side tires. He stayed out under this one. Tate Lytle on back is on 4 fresh tires. That's Lytle close. And Luis Salmaso. So 11 lap difference practically from 3rd place on back compared to the top 2 drivers. Let's see how this works out. Man, Jordan Teal's already on the throttle and he is out of here. But here comes that 5 car, Sam Close.
Boy, was that a good restart for Jordan Teal. Already about 5 car lengths out in front of the field there. He was off right as the pace car went off in the 17. A little loose there into 1.
I do believe the 46 and the 17 have clocked heads a little bit earlier. I think that was a little contact between the two, though.
I'd have to imagine so. That 17 kind of checked everybody up there. Now we see the 88 of Rusty Webb stuck in the middle there.
It's a hornet's nest where 88 Webb is right now. He's in trouble. Right now they're still 3 wide going right after each other at the start-finish line. That is a battle back there.
Oh, and the 26 of Chuck Sweeting to go around the 14.
Don't come up with the track.
Theo saved it. How did they do that?
Holy moly.
Boy, were they hard on the brakes, making sure they didn't come back out on the track? What happened here?
26 pulled Carlos.
Well, no, the 14 came up a little bit. But
all right, 14.
They unbelievably saved that. That could have been a lot worse, but luckily they slammed on the brakes and kept it straight somehow.
Hey, good. Not just the 2 drivers that lost, but good eye awareness on every other driver out there on the racetrack. That what all the activity is going on. But we got a new leader, Sam Close, for the first time tonight. Johnny Thomas second. Jordan Teal, who's currently falling back now.
Salmaso got to 3rd, and Kyle Hanshaw heating up for that 3rd position all over the back bumper of the 4 Luis Salmaso at the moment. And both those 2-tire strategy on the Eisentek car is slowly falling back here.
Well, that didn't take long.
I'm still surprised that they even tried that strategy. Obviously, they probably knew they had some good cars and just trying some strategy early here tonight.
Oh man, bumper action between Webb and Teal. But I tell you what, Cameron, he's in a position where he's got nothing to lose, so he can try out whatever the heck he wants to try out.
Speaking of cars who are, one car that's on the move at the moment, the 59 of Levi Zielinski, up to the 9th position and looking to pass some more cars here. On that high side, going to lose a little bit of momentum entering the corner, but watch this run. He gets out of the corner. I have a feeling he'll make quick work of these 2 Eisentek cars, and he's
Levi
really close to that wall.
Are you Kyle Larson, Levi? Oh, contact between Hickey back there and another driver. Who was that? That was the 64 of Chad Brown. Hey, yes. Look at Zielinski. He's actually making that high line work.
That's one thing I didn't know if we'd see here tonight, but obviously Levi's shown that it can be done here tonight.
Levi's pulling a Kyle Larson here tonight, folks.
Well, we know that he tried that last week at Charlotte, and towards the end that didn't really work out well for him, so hopefully he can be a bit more conservative here. We got a car around there on pit road. Who's that? The 8 of Richard Lafferty.
Oh, man.
Pit road.
Yeah, the night for Lafferty was already bad enough. It has now gone from bad to worse in a modified section. He almost actually went behind the pit wall. I want to comment. Yeah, I want to comment on one thing. Paul Ross, way the heck in the back. He was, what, top 5? But now he's like back here. Last time by the start finish line, 14th. Now he's 13th. What in the bloody heck happened? Well, if we get another caution, that might be a thing they talk to him about.
Yeah. Maybe he, you know, obviously we weren't
penalty
focused.
I think.
Oh, okay.
It's either that or he was repairing damage because he's got a 33.6 seconds.
That explains it. It's been pretty close here tonight, and obviously we've seen with a couple guys that wall can sneak up on you in a hurry.
It is intense back here where James Duke is back here, Chad Brown. Nothing happening up towards the front, probably with the exception of Salmasso really gaining on Johnny Thomas. Where the heck did Johnny Thomas come from, man? That's awesome. Johnny Thomas is up there. Look at that. Top 3 drivers have yet to visit Victory Lane this season, and they're running. Actually, you can really say the top 6 drivers.
Wow.
Or top 5.
How about Rusty Webb currently in that 5th position? What a night he's having so far.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Rusty Webb so far in the top 5 after starting 9th. Had a good qualifying position for him. 9th place.
Top 6 all looking for their first win this season.
Biggest mover of the race since the drop of the green flag, James Duke, up to 11th.
I'll tell you what, Cameron Rich is looking like he's having quite a time trying to hang on to that race car at the moment.
Yeah, Rich is in a whale of trouble here. I don't know.
Like you mentioned, though, Tanner, he's in a position where he was able to experiment here tonight, try those 2 tires early. Obviously, it's not quite working out for him, but as you mentioned, had nothing to lose. And here's the battle for second. That almost got 3 wide right there. The 4, Luis Almaso trying to get underneath. The 83 of Johnny Thomas with Tate Lytle just behind them. That's going to take me a little bit to realize that Tate's in that car. Oh, contact between Lytle and Thomas. Thomas unbelievably saves that, but obviously going to lose a whole bunch of time.
Wow, a little bit of a bumper tap
now
there.
He's trying to make sure the 88 of Rusty Webb there wasn't able to get by. A little bit of defensive driving right there.
Man, he's got some damage, Johnny Thomas, in the right rear.
That was a pretty good hit to the rear of the car, but luckily it's square in the back of the car, but...
Oh, boy.
See, that spoiler is a little crinkled up there. Yeah, that's, you know, looking like a U, I guess. A U shape back there. Yeah.
The Wrangler U shape.
I thought, I said it and I thought of that right when I said it, so.
We almost got contact with James Duke back there. They're 3 wide.
That's been quite the battle back there, and you see the 14 of Kevin Finn all the way on that apron. 91 of Dylan Hickey right on that bottom as well.
Driving the NIS race yesterday, and I was kind of driving a little bit crazy, and someone called me a clown. I'm like, haven't you heard? We're all clowns. Man, this is actually going to turn to 3 wide action back here. You got Teal, Duke, and you got Finn. Finn is actually trying to recover here. Oh boy, Duke.
I didn't think we'd see this type of action here tonight, but they're putting on quite a show back here.
Clowns to the left of me, Jokers to my right.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Here I am, and we're about to wreck.
The 63 of Mike Stevens ran on the back straightaway. Will that bring out a caution?
If he can get her going right...
and there's a caution.
Out. Caution. Put it out.
Take a look at what happened. Have to imagine caught the apron. He just got loose.
Got loose.
Pretty good contact with it. Wow, you just
that was a
kept
wicked
spinning.
hit to the inside wall. Yep. It's already brought down pit road. Did I say put it out or pull it out? My bad.
I sure hope you said put it out.
All right, we're good. Producer.
Oh boy.
I'm having fun up here in the booth, even though I like to be driving, but I'm having fun up here in the booth. It's a great
I'll tell you
opportunity.
what, though, they've been putting on a good show here tonight.
They have. I was happy to see this Green Flag Racing because this actually showed me a lot, and I do believe Rich and Teal are gonna be coming on pit road now. Oh yeah, you bet they are.
I sure hope they're gonna bring it down for their sake.
Better bring it down, you two. If you stay out again, I'm gonna be a jaw dropping. I'll be like, okay, now you're just completely nuts.
They're gonna try the Johnny Thomas strategy from the All-Star race.
Hey, that might work.
I don't think so at Kentucky, but
all right, everybody's in the pit box. Oh, we got trouble.
14 account Finn missed his stall a little bit there.
He was actually outside the top 10. All right, coming off pit road, it is Sam Close. Luis Salmasso, Steve Webb, look at that, 3-0.
Oh, it's going to be a 3 wide off the exit here.
Oh, I think Lytle got him.
Yeah, I think that Lytle may get a penalty for missing or going to the inside of that cone. We'll have to see, but...
Oh, you get a penalty for that?
Okay, maybe you don't.
Well, as far as I know, it's Close, Salmasso, Webb, Hackathorn, and Lytle.
Guess we'll find out here, but...
Nope, it's actually Lytle and Hackathorn. All right. If it's Mike Stevens, yeah, he pitted out the last time by there.
And here he comes now. So,
if lights don't go off this time by, I'm gonna pull up another driver here. Yeah, probably. I gotta ask him what's with all the track position loss because he was in the top 5.
I'd pull him up now. I'd have to assume that. Yeah, we're not going green.
Yeah. All right, let's pull up Mr. Paul. Paul Ross, 3YTV, got a copy?
Yes, I do. How's it going?
Hey, it's going all right up here in the booth, but I don't know about you, Paul. You were running really good in the top. You got yourself in the top 5, and then you found yourself well outside the top 10, like 15th, 16th. What caused all the track position lost?
I scraped the wall coming off a 2, and it gave me some damage. So I figured it was early enough in the race, just get it fixed, and try to come back through the field. We were making pretty good headway that last run. I think we went from about 16th or 17th up to 9th, so...
Well, I want to give a shout-out to your paint scheme, the Wooden Warriors Project Chevrolet SS. That's a good, fine, dandy paint scheme there. Paul, right now you're sitting in 9th place. You actually have your teammates currently sitting 1, 2, 3, and you're the Lone Ranger of the 4th car. Are you changing up your strategy on how you run here tonight, trying to get into the front, or what's your strategy to get to the front closer to that top 5?
It's real hard to pass, especially down low. You kind of have to throw your car in above the car in front of you, in between that car and the wall, to try to get a run and make a pass. So we're just going to keep doing that. Hopefully we can get into the top 5 here before lap 67, where the bonus points are handed out, and then from there it's going to be a free for all to see if we can get the win.
Well, right now you got your teammates 1, 2, 3, and I assume you guys are kind of communicating back and forth on this race, which is always a great thing because communication wins races. Paul, thanks for your time, and we'll let you get back. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
That's Paul Ross, currently sitting in the 9th position right now. And Paul, he looks like he wasn't really concerned about that damage, getting it all fixed up on pit road, and now he's ready to get back on out there and run pretty good in the top 10. We'll see how well he does.
Yep. So before we get going back green here tonight, I want to give a quick shout out as usual to our camera providers, Track Cams for Gourmet. You can find more information and download the pack at www.trackcams22.com or facebook.com/trackcams. And into 3, looks like we're ready to go racing once again. This is quite a different feel at the front of the field, Tanner. We've haven't talked a whole lot about three OG drivers up at the front, and they're showing their strength here tonight.
Yep. Let's bring them down pit road again. Let's get these guys ready to go. And we're back racing in Kentucky.
Close was on it. Rusty Webb holding strong there at the moment into 1.
Oh man, that outside Ryan just kind of got a nice boost. Looked like Hanshaw tried to follow, but kind of pushed tight. Or Lytle, man, I'm sorry, Kyle Hanshaw. I'm so used to driving that 46 car. It's Tate Lytle tonight, and he's doing such a great job being the top 5 all night.
Oh man!
Producers making me laugh like crazy right now. But Cameron Rich trying to bounce back after starting on the pole here tonight, and he's just passing Johnny Thomas there. Here comes Paul. Paul's got a good run on the 83. He's going for position on Thomas.
To the inside, he'll get that position in the 3. Well, Thomas going to fight back on that high side there. It's going to be real close off turn 4.
Oh man, they're really battling. Hickey got his nose cut off right back there from the 64 of Chad Brown. These guys, man, it's a hornet's nest back here, folks.
That's been the
contact between Hickey and Doran Teal. Good God, we're gonna wreck.
That's going to be really close off the corner. Somehow they all manage it. We're still 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Oh, wop, wop, wop. Okay, we're good. That was a race fan cheering these boys on. I'm not making that up. Sam Close currently still leads Luis Salmasso only by 1/10 of a second. Then you got to go a little bit back, about 5/10 of a second back to Rusty Webb, who's having a great race so far. So, Rusty, keep it up, buddy. Tate Lytle in 4th, and rounding out the top 5, Matt Hackathorn. Hey, you got to give a shout out to Hackathorn up there in the top 5. Started 12th tonight. Biggest mover of the race so far, James Duke. Started 20th, currently in 9th. He's actually battling with Chuck Sweeting. Actually, Chuck Sweeting's actually trying to overtake that position. And you got Hackathorn just getting passed by Cameron Rich for 5th. So Hackathorn, and Rich is, by the way, back on 4 tires. Paul Ross wanted to follow. Couldn't make anything happen with Hackathorn just yet. Corey Lindsay back on the lead lap. I gotta start paying attention to these lucky dogs.
I started slowing down in the corner. I was gonna say, Carlos, why'd you jinx him? But he's fought back quite a bit. Corey Lindsay has. Well, of course he's not gonna win the race after that hard of a hit, but soldiering on back on the lead lap. Trying to get all the points he can. Mike Stevens back on pit road there, you saw.
I want to see, he's not, I want to see on Lindsay, at least on my end, I'm just going to see if he's hitting RPMs. Most RPMs he's hit is 8,100 compared to the race leaders. I'm going to see what he's going to hit entering turn 1. Yeah, that just tells me the Corey Lindsay's down on power. So he's just trying to hang it in there. We got any good battles going on here?
I'll tell you what, Luis Amaso has not let Sam Close go quite yet. He's hanging pretty strong at the moment, just about a car length behind, and still trying to fight him for this lead.
All right, so there's 2 battles going on. We got a battle for the race lead. We'll keep it on the race lead. I'll see if they can get side by side. Another battle that's they're not side by side, but it's practically going to be Hackathorn and Paul Ross for 6th. If that does happen. That's the 2 battles I am seeing. Hackathorn's trying to get underneath Rich, does not complete. Paul Ross is going to try to get the run on Hackathorn now. Up towards the front. Nothing really happened between the race leaders. Twelfth place, Kevin Finn. Kevin Finn and Chad Brown for 11th. That is actually the closest battle at the moment as far as side-by-side action is concerned. Battle for the race lead has not happened just yet. We're coming up on lap traffic. That is Mike Stevens. We've seen how lap traffic can play a factor in the actual Monster Energy NASCAR Cup race at Chicagoland yesterday, which was, in my opinion, was one of the best races of the season if you watch that entire race. But actually Stevens pulls off, so no lap traffic will be a factor here, but it can be.
Here comes, producer just mentioned it, Levi Zielinski on the outside there, Jordan Teal. Not sure what happened to
we got Hackathorn and Ross going at it.
Paul finally got enough momentum to the outside there.
Yeah, Hackathorn looked like tried going really high above the track so far, making it stick, but it's a battle between those two cats. That is a battle for 6th place right now. Nothing happening up towards the front. Paul Ross successfully passes Hackathorn for position, so we'll put Paul in 6th. As we do got a battle between Tate Lytle and Cameron Rich.
Oh, and the caution's out.
Caution.
The 33 of Jordan Teal is around on the front straightaway.
Oh no. Teal.
Oh, wow. A little glimpse of it there.
Oh, contact with Dylan Hickey, the number 91. That was a little net code, it looked like. Actually, I don't know. I'm going to take a look at a different camera angle here. Yeah, net code. Big time net code.
Seen this from the air. Yep. Didn't quite make contact there and see Jordan Teal going around, so.
So the field has collected the pace car off of turn number 2. Pit road should be open this time by. That's very unfortunate for Jordan Teal. He was having such a great run. Tried getting on the same strategy as the number 17, his teammate, Cameron Rich, and it does not pay off here tonight. So Jordan Teal will have to go to the garage. All right, Sam Close, Luis Salmaso, Rusty Webb, Tate Lytle, Cameron Rich. The top 5 should be entering pit road.
And Cameron was thinking about staying out again, but we'll bring it down with the rest of the field.
Cameron, you dirty dog. But he's on pit road here, so he's going following the field. I just wonder, I think that's a little too long to go for 2 tires again. I think 4 tires give me the way to go. Cameron's able to hang with these cats with 4 tires. Here we go. Everybody in their pit box. Right side's going up on quite a few of these drivers. Four tires for everybody. Dalmaso and Dalmaso beats
Dalmaso's gonna get him.
Cameron Rich 3rd. 4th place. Trying to determine that would be Lytle, then Webb. I almost said you, Hanshaw.
Let's see there on the pit stop times that it looked like Luis had about a second quicker stop than Sam, and obviously that was the difference maker, as Dalmaso will take the lead back here.
Pit crews, man, I mean, pit crews, they're athletes, and I know they recorded a pit crew doing all these pit stops prior to releasing iRacing. Pit crews are not athletes, then I think you're just kind of an idiot, because yesterday at Chicagoland was a fine example on why pit crew guys are athletes. And how quick they can get and how to get a pit stop done in about 14 seconds or less. And on top of that, with yesterday in about 98 to 100 degree weather, wearing the suit. Actually, probably more degrees with the suit on. All right, let's. We got a little time here. We kind of went over pit stops here. Let's talk to another driver. I want to pull up another driver who's been competitive all season long, but hasn't visited victory lane. Let's talk to Johnny Thomas. I got him. Johnny Thomas, 3Y TV, got a copy.
I got you, Tanner. What's going on?
Been a quiet night for you there, Johnny, as you do got some rear end damage. Has that damage in the back played a little bit of a role in the handling of the race car?
Really, I haven't really felt too much. Maybe it slowed me down a little bit. I think it's loosened me up some. That probably didn't help it too much, but Tate drove it in there kind of hard and got in the back of me, and I got loose and went up the track. Saved it, luckily, but hopefully it's not that bad. We got 76 laps to go here, so shouldn't be too bad.
It was a whale of a save indeed. Now, Johnny, you've been one of the top competitors in this series, one of the most competitive, because you have the just amount of top 10s finishes in the series as the point leader, Cameron Rich. So far, it looks like you're going to continue your streak. But how are you going to be able? What's your strategy on trying to get to victory lane before the playoffs start?
Pull a rabbit out of my hat. I don't know. These guys are so fast up here that when you get up there, it's fun to race with them, but it's hard to maintain that speed every lap. That's the trickiest part that I've been facing all year. I got top 5 speed, I just don't got top 3 speed, and I don't know what we can do to get back to victory lane. Fuel mileage race, I don't know, short pitting something, but them guys reckon maybe would be better, but who knows? We'll try to get it done here tonight.
All right, we got the one to go signal. Best of luck to you, and hopefully get the victory lane tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Johnny Thomas, folks, currently sitting in the, what position is he? 8th
Currently
position.
in 8th.
Ninth position. 9th position. Oh yeah, he's in 8th.
One fun fact before we get going for Johnny at the moment. This is his 99th consecutive 3-wide racing cup start. Next week at Michigan will be his 100th consecutive start.
Man, Johnny, you're awesome.
Well, Johnny's pretty dedicated, Carlos, so I'm definitely sure that he's not going to miss his 100th start as the pace car is in. Getting ready to go back green.
Luis Salmasso on the loud pedal right off the bat. First side-by-side battle between 3 OG teammates, the 88 of Rusty Webb and Sam Close. Great start by the 88, by the way, of Webb as they head down turn 1 with Salmasso out front. Good old side-by-side racing towards the back here. Actually got a battle for second. Close has got a nice little bit of a run. Webb did not get a good run. Webb actually got loose on the bottom end of the racetrack. He's going to fall back just a little bit. Cameron Rich on the high side. Lytle's on the high side. Ross is on the high side. Hackthorne on the bottom. Actually, it is pretty much a hornet's nest, what we were seeing earlier from the back of the pack guys, but now it's transitioned up into the top 5.
How many times have we said that here tonight? It's just been so good. The racing, maybe not necessarily up towards the front, but back in the field, they're racing for, it almost seems like everything they got here.
Yeah, and you kind of have to, because, and then after that, it's kind of hard to maintain the speed, as Johnny Thomas was saying. But Thomas, so far, he's shown some strength. I won't lie. I do believe he will get victory lane. He's one of the he's won a championship in this league before, so I know he knows how to get it done. But the competition is just so great each and every year. It gets a little harder. But hey, I mean, right? Look at him. He's going around Webb right now for position, so he's doing a fantastic job. Running the top 10, up to 6 at the moment. Good job for Johnny. Rusty Webb kind of falling back just a little bit. James Duke was in a 3-wide situation earlier. Battle for second, possibly heating up. Or third, excuse me.
Back there just a little bit. Chuck Sweeting was able to get underneath the 88 of Rusty Webb there. You can see there. And Levi Zielinski and Kevin Finn going at it back there. That's for the 11th or the 10th position, excuse me. Like Finn's going to get that spot.
Rich is underneath third place. Rich was just getting underneath Lytle there, Tate Lytle. Ooh, we're getting closer, racing. Paul Ross almost getting to the left rear quarter panel of Rich. Had to back it off.
And he's going to lose a lot of momentum because of that. You can see him losing some speed down the back straightaway. He'll have to try and regain that into 3 and next coming lap. Well, he's really wasted no time, has he? Already back up to the back bumper, the 46 of Tate Lytle.
Cameron Rich in third, but Ross is like, I want this. Lytle says no.
And Lytle's going to have some momentum off that high side. Here he comes underneath the 17 of Cameron Rich.
What a whale of a run for Tate Lytle. Slide job. Are we doing Chicagoland? Look at that slide job again. We're going to beat and bang. Not yet.
And the 17 crosses under to try and get that spot back.
Oh, this is exciting racing right here. Yeah, there wasn't any contact. I was just joking about that from yesterday's race. But these guys are pulling off some great racing between Hanshaw and Rich. And you got Paul Ross in the catbird seat along with Johnny Thomas. I mean, it's fantastic racing. This is the kind of the stuff I'd like to see right here. Some good old-fashioned racing like this, going back and forth. No contact. Yeah, I like a little contact. Lap down car, Richard Lafferty. very slow. Turn this car into a modified.
So I believe we just hit the halfway point of the race. So I believe we had some
This is the white
points
flag
that got...
lap for it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we got the white flag lap for it right now. So coming across, he's actually down in turn number 3 now. It is Luis Salmasso. The top 10 drivers are going to get points right here, with Salmasso getting the most of it. Coming off of turn number 4, Salmasso gets 10 points. Sam Close gets 9. Cameron Rich will get 10, 9, 8. I couldn't count. 7 to Tate Lytle. Paul Ross in 6. 5 for Johnny Thomas. 4 for Chuck Sweeting. Matt Hackathorn 3. 2 for Kevin Finn. And 1 point for Levi Zielinski. And actually, a battle for 6th. And by the way, that was a good battle for 10th place back there, because that was a battle.
Oh, that's going to get really close between Johnny Thomas and Chuck Sweeting.
You got a little tight there coming off the exit of the corner, and that happens when you're running the bottom line.
I thought they were both heading for the wall there.
Almost contact. They're still hitting. They're still getting close to each other. Thomas and Sweeting. Still racing.
This is the type of racing we've seen here all night. Close side-by-side racing, sometimes 3 wide. It's been amazing racing all night long.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been just great racing. We have yet to see green flag pit stops, but if we continue to have this kind of racing, we'll for sure to see some green flag pit stops. Kevin Finn almost getting into the bumper of Johnny Thomas. Nothing happening there. Johnny Thomas gets one of those big runs off of turn number 2, and he thought about going for it on Hackathorn for 7th. Does not complete the pass. Does not go for the pass. Everybody kind of remaining single file right now. We do got kind of Paul Ross pushing a little pressure on Tate Lytle for 4th. I'll keep an eye on that as this run goes on. Kind of scrolling through the field here. Everybody just kind of single file, not really battling side by side yet.
At the moment, we only have, it looks like, 1 car not on the lead lap. That is the 63 of Mike Stevens. He is 4 laps down at the moment, and 4 cars out of the race. Richard Lafferty, Jordan Teal, Wade Lear, and Brent Miller all have disconnected here tonight.
Is it 6-lap rule here tonight?
I believe so.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 6 laps. I don't know why I was thinking more, but usually that's at short tracks.
Yes.
So Stevens got 2 more laps until he's forced to be parked. Yeah. Right now, Luis Salmasso still out front. Sam Close in 2nd. Cameron Rich 3rd.
I was going to say, I thought Paul Ross was starting to mount something on the 46 of Tate Lytle, but that's actually turned into a 3-car battle there, as Chuck Sweeting has found his way to the back bumper of the 18 of Paul Ross.
Let's keep an eye on these 3 cats here. Let's see what happens.
This is on board the 26 of Chuck Sweeting at the moment.
Paul's going to dive it on the bottom. Looks like Sweeting's going to kind of take the same familiar ride. He's actually in the middle part of the groove there between Hanshaw and Ross. And Sweeting really has nowhere to go at the moment, with the exception of trying to go around the outside of Ross. Ross trying to get around Lytle for like the longest time. Just cannot do anything with Lytle.
And here's that momentum that Chuck Sweeting is going to get from that middle line. And should clear Paul right there.
On for more.
Wow. A lot of speed there into 3. Going to try and get at least to the right side of...
Oh, Sam's battling with somebody. Battle for the lead. 3-car battle for the lead.
3-car battle. 2 teammates side by side there, and then Cameron Rich not too far behind them.
Yep, what's Cameron going to do? Cameron want to mess this party up? I think he kind of does. Right now he's actually... he did hit him! He's sideways! Hello!
He's still trying to hang on to it.
Oh man, he's fighting the wheel right now, trying to shake off the cobwebs. But here comes Hanshaw and Sweeting as they're battling for position.
I don't know if he hit him or not, but he did check up quite a bit.
You got replay?
Boy, did he slam on those brakes. Now he's under fire from the 26 of Chuck Sweeting there. That's for the 3rd position. The 46 of Tate Lytle just behind him.
Ooh, baby, these guys.
Now he's getting. Oh my!
Handshot into Rich. That's like the 3rd time those two guys.
He saved it, but now he's lost all his momentum.
Oh!
The 59 of Levi Zielinski just about hit him. Cameron Rich went from fighting for the lead all the way back to the 10th position.
Man, that's like the 3rd time tonight that 46 and the 17 have clocked heads together.
I don't know where that 46 was going, but he was trying to, I think maybe thinking the 17 was going to slide up a little bit, try and find a hole there, but...
And I gotta get note of that again.
Oh, yeah, Tate Lytle is...
Tate Lytle has disconnected.
I think he might get throughput here in a little bit, but...
Okay, ever since he made contact with the 17, he just disappeared.
Yeah, he has dropped connection in TeamSpeak.
Tate Lytle.
So.
He's in the session, but he nobody can see him. His quality ping is dropping. That's bad. He will lose connection to the service. And actually,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
that makes a little bit more sense. And now he has throughput.
Yep.
So he is out of the session now.
Out of the session now. That's
what
official.
What a shame. What a run that car, or Tate was mounting in that car tonight, filling in for Kyle Hanshaw. How unfortunate for Cameron Rich as well.
Was there a report that I got that the 46 made contact with the 26?
Yeah, he definitely made contact. Oh! That's going to get real close between Johnny Thomas and Kevin Finn there.
Okay, so I can't confirm that. Okay, between the 26 and the 46. Okay. Oh, hit both cars. Okay.
I'd have to imagine that he probably had already lost throughput. Yeah. Because there's no way he would just drive it in there like that.
6th on back has just been chaotic.
Oh, Levi Zielinski!
Levi! There was contact between the 83 and the 59.
Here comes Cameron Rich underneath the 88 of Rusty Webb. Some little contact there.
These guys, they don't want to wreck each other. They just want to trade some paint. I'm already seeing some white paint on that 83.
Yeah, he definitely does have at least a donut on the door there. Man.
I can't, oh my gosh, this has just been, we haven't seen the caution, which is great. Oh, we got a battle for 4th.
Paul Ross and Matt Hackathorn going at it there.
Holy moly.
Well, looks like now we have a little chance to catch our breath a little bit.
Yeah, I actually had to take a drink, actually, from all that excitement that was going on there, but there's still no caution, which is a good thing, because I wanted to see a long green flag run. I'm sure these guys did too, and San Close is out front. He's got a shot, man, I'm telling you, and Samassel does that. You picked Samassel there, Justin.
Well, he's been fast all season, and, hasn't really gotten I'm sure the finishes that he's quite wanted, but he's been up front all night and really been a challenger for this win.
Rich is starting to come back. Cameron Rich on the high side now. He's past Webb. He's past Thomas. He's up to 8th.
Gonna set his sights on Levi Zielinski.
Got some damage on that number 17 Ford.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more damage with how much he got roughed up there.
Rusty Webb and Johnny Thomas going at it for position. That would have been a battle for 9th.
Well, it looks like everybody's sort of settled down for the moment.
Hackathorn passed Ross. I missed that. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was actually focused on other action that was kind of going on, but everybody kind of remain single file here, or Justin, not really seeing any more battles. We can actually get to catch our breath a little bit.
We do see James Duke, though, coming down pit road. I'm not sure if maybe damage has anything to play with this, but...
Duke was running all right. Yeah, he's got some damage.
Might be a... I'd have to believe early green flag stop.
If it is, it's too early because my fuel calculations, anywhere from 40 to 43 laps, possibly 45 laps. They're going to be running 30 laps time by, so if this is the early pit stop, that's way too early. Oh.
That's...
Oh, you see any battles there, Justin?
I was just going to say, I think that's about probably 10 laps too early there for James Duke, so...
Yeah. Battle for 10th place. Johnny Thomas.
Dylan Hickey going out there.
Wonder what's going on with Johnny, because he that car is not the same. I mean, it could have been what he said earlier. You know, oh. I tell you what, contact with the cars is not helping that 83 car out at all tonight, because he got rear-ended, he got doored.
That car's been roughed up, and I'm sure that driver is not too happy here tonight. I'm sure he's getting just a little bit angry with how much that car's been hit.
I know how it feels when a driver's angry, and you know, if someone roughs you up, you don't like it at all. Yeah, Carlos. Remember that too.
I thought that's where you were going with that, but...
No, I wasn't actually until Carlos brought it up. How about Cameron Rich trying to get after Levi Zielinski? Let's go with those two cats.
He's finally caught Levi there.
Yeah, that's a battle for 7th.
Boy, how many times tonight has Cameron Rich gone from the back to the front, back to the back, and then up to the front again, and once again all the way to the back?
Ben, the top 10 for doing that, up and down that leaderboard in the top 10.
And he has not found the lead quite yet, so still looking to lead a lap here tonight.
Really? I thought Rich led a lap. He better not be listening to this in the background, otherwise he's going to have to work harder.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah, Rich, if you're hearing this, buddy, if you got this race on in the background, you know, keep pushing, man, because you have yet to lead a lap, and you're a pole sitter. Don't pull a Paul Menard now. Ouch, that was a... He did not lead yesterday.
I totally forgot he was on pole yesterday, if I'm quite honest.
Well, I live in Wisconsin here, and Paul Menard's from Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a friend who's actually a Paul Menard fan who knows Paul Menard's dad. And, Mr. Menard, you know, we got the Menards around here. And he's a Paul Menard fan, and he loves NASCAR. So he's like, all right, Paul Menard's on the pole. So that's how I remember it.
Oh, and now we see Cameron Rich coming down pit road. This is lap 92. Yeah, they, I think, went green on lap 60, so...
Well, 133 laps is the distance of this race. I'm going to go 45 laps just in case someone wants to extend it. That's lap 88, and we're well past that. So if you can stretch out to 45 laps, you should be able to make it to the end, if you can.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, let's see, because we know some drivers in this series who pit much later than usual, and then others. Thomas the pit road now, so we got drivers hitting pits.
He may have forced everybody's hand at this point.
Probably. I mean, realistically, fresh tires and you stay out longer. That's yeah, you'd be losing time.
I was thinking that maybe we'd go to maybe a lap 100, and then you could easily make it from there, but.
Race leader does not pit yet.
Paul Ross to pit road. Rusty Reb as well. 64 Chad Brown. Webb.
Ooh, that got scary.
Johnny Thomas just leaving pit road now.
Man, why do I got a circle for a track? I didn't even hear a producer. He was yawning.
All right, so Chuck Sweeting coming to
Sweeting.
pit road. Matt
Hackathorn.
Hackathorn. Mike Stevens.
Oh, man.
Oh, there he goes. Matt Hackathorn.
Hackathorn, but that was trouble for Hackathorn there. That was a lap car in front of him. I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Plus, he
Or did
took
just
the
get
access
hot?
road.
He just got hot on pit road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with Stevens.
Tapped the
Ay,
wall a little
caramba.
bit there. Got a little bit of damage. Slid into his box.
Well, Hackathorn was having a good night. He was in the top 10.
Obviously, going to lose some track position there.
If you're Sam
All right,
Close, Justin, when do you pit?
I'd have to assume some point soon at this, with everybody coming to pit road, you can't stay out for much longer. Obviously, we know that we're probably going to stay out, or this is going to be the last time we pit. And I think
He's coming.
Sam's coming now.
I think some asshole's gonna follow.
Yes, he is. So,
Ooh, don't speed. Don't beat yourself on pit road. 50 miles an hour.
and most importantly, don't slide it into your box.
Sam is this season. A win has eluded Sam this season. And the 17 actually just bypassed everybody.
All right. From Sam, don't slide them. And he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
All right,
Cameron
well,
Rich already in 3 and 4.
Corey Lindsey.
Corey?
This is nothing new for Corey, though. He's been known to he's been known to stay out there and try and collect a lap lead.
I mean, yeah, he's had a rough night to begin
Yeah.
with, and leading a lap. I mean, it's got to be some good positive note for the night, realistically. But I thought he had a shot for a good top 10 finish because he was fast in practice. No doubt, he was 4th fastest.
Kind of surprising. I mean, unfortunately, got caught up in a lap 1 wreck. So we never really got to see what that car was capable of here tonight.
After pit stops, after Corey pits, Cameron Rich would be the new race leader, but we'll have to see what Corey does. He shows no signs of going down pit road. He actually can't because he was just getting passed by Dylan Hickey there. So Lindsay will stay out to lead a couple of laps. I have to say, Justin, in my years of racing and being a part of 3-wide racing, if there's one driver I want to see that gets into the playoffs and contend for a championship, would be that 00 Corey Lindsay. I mean, outside of racing, he's done so much for the racing league since day 1 of 3-wide, and I don't think he's had a championship yet, but I mean, it'd still be a great feeling to win a championship and be one of the league's president.
Absolutely. Yeah, he had some. I believe he had some success when you guys were on console. I got only a little bit of time there before we transitioned to 3-wide, but like you mentioned, it's. I think he may only have 2 wins here on iRacing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know he got a win at Iowa in the B car, but other than that, it's kind of been an uphill battle for Corey. Obviously, as you mentioned, one of the guys definitely want to see do well here.
Absolutely, and I mean, right now he's kind of acting like he's got nothing to lose. I'm down on horsepower. I'm just gonna stay out and lead laps right now and go as long as I can.
Oh, and the caution!
Caution!
Oh my goodness! How luck can turn around.
What's the caution for?
Oh, the 08 of Steven Kettman.
Steven Kettman. Oh, he just bounced a wall. Inside wall, onto the racetrack. Caution. Ay, 44. We should get on board of that one. Oh, which way do I go? Yeah. Well, I know Corey Lindsay, what a change of events. If he didn't have all that damage, Lindsay, I'm sure he would have loved this. But the thing is that I know for sure he's down on horsepower. But this is great for Corey, though. I mean, to be out front and lead a few laps.
With this caution, he'll be able to come down pit road and obviously won't lose quite as much time as he would if he would have came down under green. So, I mean, get as many positions as you can here before we take the checkered here.
Lucky dog recipient should go to Nathan Velez. Pit road's going to open this time by. All right, the moment of truth. I would say fake Cameron out. Say you're going to stay out. Paul Ross is going to stay out.
Wow, everybody comes down, which doesn't really surprise me. This is might be one of the last cautions we get. Try and get equal on tires here.
I thought about staying out, though. This is not really what Sam Close wanted to see. All right, everybody in their pit boxes here. Right side. I'm getting a report Hackathorn stayed out, but he did not officially lead a lap. And Sweeting's going to beat Lindsay off of pit road. Rich is going to get third, Ross fourth, and Close fifth.
We'll see what Corey Lindsay does here, but
well, Chuck Sweeting did beat him off pit road. He gained 4 spots on that pit stop. Chuck Sweeting did.
Wow, what a stop by Sweeting.
No, I'm seeing 4 tires for Sweeting, so whale of a pit stop for Chuck.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Matt stays out. I believe at this point we can make it on fuel from when he came down, so
well,
not too far off on tires, so
I'd like to go ahead and interview Mr. Chuck Sweeting. Is he in the? I'm not seeing him in TeamSpeak chat. So we can't interview there, Chuck. Hackathorn, did he pit? Stayed out. Let's talk to Hackathorn. Let's pull him up into the booth. Matt Hackathorn, 3Y TV, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, looks like this caution a little bit beneficial to you. Stay out. You got a method to your madness to try to stay out front there, because this is the first time you've been leading all night.
Not really. I just figured I had a couple laps on my tires. I spun out coming on the pit road. Lost all that time, so why not just go for it? 30 to go. Plenty of gas. I think I got plenty of tires. Just gonna hopefully put my head down.
Yeah, absolutely there, Matt. And you got a great point. You spun out. You lost a lot of time on that entrance of pit road, and that caution saved you. And you're like, I'm just going to stay out and try to lead this race. That's a great strategy. Let's just say when they start gunning after you, you're going to start playing a little defense and try to protect your position, because we have made note from other drivers that it is hard to pass here.
It kind of depends how it looks in my mirror. If it looks like it's going to go caution-free, I'm going to kind of block a little bit, but if everyone's looking rowdy, I might give a couple positions or two. Just try to be there at the end. I have a pretty good notoriety of this year, getting wrecked from the top 3 or being one of the fastest cars getting wrecked, so want to hopefully end that and actually talk to you guys at the end of the night for once.
Well, we're glad we pulled you up, too. I mean, you're sitting 7th in the points right now. You got the 1-to-go signal, I believe. So hopefully you've had an all right season. You know, you up and down the leaderboard all season. You had a very competitive season. Actually, you had a string of top 10s. So hopefully the night continues for you there, Matt, and hopefully you get the victory lane. We're going to let you go, and best of luck.
All right, thank you, sir.
Matt Hackathorn, who's currently our race leader. What team was he in? Shake and Bake?
yes.
Okay, I put him in the right one then.
That would have been awkward. Well,
I almost put him in Team Blurry when Carlos says all the way to the bottom.
All right. It's going to be quite interesting. 30 laps to go. We got some brand new guys up at the front here. This is going to... It'd be interesting to see how this all shakes out.
Let's reset the field. Matt Hackathorn staying out under his caution, pitted about 8 laps ago. Chuck Sweeting in second. Third place, Corey Lindsay, who's down in horsepower but still wants to hang in there. Cameron Rich in fourth. Paul Ross fifth. Who is going to win in Kentucky in the Bluegrass State? Here we go, bringing them down pretty slow at the moment. We're back, green flag racing at Kentucky. Hackathorn already on loud pedal. Great start by him. Battle should be on point for second place between Rich and Sweeting. Corey Lindsay down in horsepower, doing everything he can to try to stay up towards the front. He's starting to get passed by both Close and Ross. They're going to take 3 wide.
Luis Almaso going to try and split the middle as well. This is going to be pretty tight into 3. Looks like they'll all make it stick.
There's plenty of room has been given by all drivers. Battle for the lead.
Here they come. Truck Sweeting, Hackathorn.
Hackathorn trying to hang on. I don't know if it's going to hang on. Those fresh tires are the big thing.
Oh, that's going to be really close back there.
Yeah, it was close. And Finn almost making contact. Hackathorn gets a nice run down the back straightaway, able to hold off Cameron Rich. Trying to gun for more on Sweeting, cannot complete it. Here comes Cameron Rich gunning right back for Hackathorn. Sam Close wants a piece of this, along with Finn, Salmaso, and Ross. This race ain't over yet, boys. Oh, ever so close, ever so fast. Salmaso has made contact with his teammate there. Damn close going underneath Hackathorn. That's a battle for third. Hackathorn doing everything he can to hang on. He's going to put up a fight, no doubt. But
wow, watch this momentum that Paul Ross has. 3 wide to the bottom.
3 wide.
Paul's going to look like he's going to pick up 2 spots. Nope, here comes the momentum on that high side with Hackathorn and Close.
Oh, some asshole loose. He saved it.
He's going to lose a bunch of time, though, because of that. 25 laps to go. Does he have enough time to make it back up?
Oh, man. 25 laps to go? I don't know. I think that might be over him if this stays green.
How about Chuck Sweeting out there with 25 laps to go? A second lead over Cameron Rich. Does he have enough to hang on to this lead?
Zielinski up the hill. He was blinking. He had a little bit of a netcode problem there, but it looked like a netcode problem at least. But he didn't wreck or anything.
Pretty tight with Dylan Hickey back there as well. This car he's fighting for 10th.
Chuck Sweeting was faster, a 10th quicker than Cameron Rich. Paul Ross has moved up to 3rd. Damn. 4th.
Been pretty well documented how close Chuck Sweeting came that first win at Las Vegas. Pit road mistake cost him that win. Right now he's out front with 23 laps to go ahead of one of the most dominant cars in the series so far, and Cameron Rich a little bit blinking there.
Don't want to be blinking right now in the end of the race, but we got a really big 3rd place battle between Close, Finn, and Ross. Close actually has 3rd place. Paul Ross is battling with Finn for 4th at the moment, has the preferred line. Coming down to it.
I think you got Johnny Thomas and Dylan Hickey back there. That's for 9th side by side.
A little update, Corey Lindsay, who was up towards the front a little earlier to go, has fallen to 14th. Still trying to hang on, maintaining his race to finish on the lead lap. Lucky Dog recipient was Nathan Velez. I did document that earlier under caution. He's currently in 15th with damage. Biggest battle on track is going to be between Hickey and Zielinski for 10th. Paul Ross pushing a little pressure on his teammate. I don't think he's intentionally trying to push pressure on him. They're just focusing on trying to gun down Rich and Sweeting. I hate to say it, but realistically, they're going to need a caution because right now they're not really as fast as the top 2 drivers.
And yeah, Chuck Sweeting slowly pulling away from the 17 of Cameron Rich. About even that time across the line. Rich just a little bit quicker. But Sweeting slowly increasing that gap. Wow, the 83 of Johnny Thomas. A little sideways back there.
Hackathorn battling with Hickey for 10th. Johnny Thomas was 9th last time by. Falling back now. I wonder if he's got nose damage. No, he doesn't. Ever since some contact, he got rear-ended. He got doored. Ever since he got doored, really, has been the time he's been falling back because he's getting passed by Chad Brown now for 11th. Followed closely behind Richard Hines, who we have not mentioned all night. Oh no! Paul Ross is in trouble! No caution!
Through the grass, he's going to get it on pit road, but that's realistically, without another caution, going to end his run here tonight. See if gets the black flags cleared for getting on the pit road.
Hit the outside wall, went through the grass, mowed the grass, because every time he's hitting the grass, I'm seeing chunks of grass getting picked up.
Yeah. Thank goodness that splitter doesn't dig in here on iRacing.
He had to maintain a safe speed, too, going down pit road and the apron of the racetrack, so he is currently 15th last car in the lead lap. And he would have gotten black flag for that, too. And he does. That black flags have been cleared. Chuck Sweeting has a 1.3 second lead over Cameron Rich, starting to pull away. Sam Close now is about 7/10 back from second place, Cameron Rich, and it's actually decreased. Close is actually gaining a little bit on Rich. 0.6 of a second.
A little bit of a battle brewing back here. The 44 of Matt Hackathorn and the 64 of Chad Brown going at it.
Brown on the bottom, Hackathorn on the high line. That would be a battle for 9th. Chad Brown, we haven't really talked about him all night. He started 16th, trying to go for 9th place. Johnny Thomas followed closely behind, almost making contact with Hackathorn there, utilizing a little side draft there, trying to keep himself in the ball game. Right now, I am seeing Rusty Webb kind of gunning down his teammates. We got contact.
Some contact, just a bit, between Johnny Thomas and Matt Hackathorn there. It was really close.
And Thomas has made contact with everybody but the pace car and the wall.
We're closing down to the end of this thing. 13 laps to go here.
What I'm noticing is all this battling in the back of the pack here. This is allowing Corey, who's down on horsepower a little bit, catch these guys. So Corey's actually got a chance to go for a couple positions at least.
Of course, he got one position from Paul Ross as well, who went down through the grass and had to slow down on pit road.
0.8 of a second last time by between second and third. It is still 0.8 of a second. The gap has maintained between Rich and Sweeting.
1.3 seconds there.
Battle for 4th. Luis Salmasso and Kevin Finn. Good job. I'm being sarcastic to our producer here. He actually clicked the 12th place. Actually, 12th place is actually pretty hairy back there, but I did see Salmasso gaining on Finn and wanted to try to go for a position. Where practically the biggest battle is between Johnny Thomas and Matt Hackathorn. Battle for 10th, along with Richard Hines. Followed closely by Lindsay, who's actually got all these cats. Look at Thomas watching up the hill. Hackathorn up the hill. Hackathorn in the wall. Almost making contact with Lindsay. Lindsay gets a position on Hackathorn. Lindsay's going to get a top 10 out of this. He's good. Oh, Luis Salmasso and Kevin Finn going at it for 4th again. For the race lead has increased to a 2.5 seconds. Sam Close has closed the gap on Rich. That's about the same, actually. Excuse me. 0.7 of a second between the two guys. I hope Justin's here.
Oh, yeah.
Take it away.
Well,
Our producer had a moment.
tell you what, Luis and Kevin Finn are still going at it back there for that 4th spot. Kevin on that high side, that's where the momentum's going to be, and they just about collided there, entering turn 1, and Kevin Finn going to have to deal with a lap car there. Well, Luis is going to get that spot for 4th. The battle for 9th, Johnny Thomas and Chad Brown and Richard Hines getting into this battle as well. You know, these guys keep battling. Tanner was mentioning that Corey might get a top 10 out of this. He's slowly closing up that gap. Johnny Thomas went from the bottom all the way to the top. I think trying to get a draft off Chad Brown there, or trying to slam the door on the 87 of Richard Hines.
Corey, you get a top 10 out of this. I want $1. Oh, yeah!
Oh!
Hines is in a wall! Lindsay's going to take advantage of it!
Up to
He's
11.
Up to 11th. One more position there, Lindsay. You're counting them down.
Slowly but surely.
We're coming down to the end of the race, folks.
6 laps to go.
6 to go. Sweeting's out front. He actually, before the race lead, has now decreased to 1.1 seconds. Damn close is actually fallen off from Cameron Rich. Sal Massel is now 4th. Paul Ross, however, is still in 15th. And Corey Lindsay might crack a top 10. How about Dylan Hickey? Dylan Hickey, we got a battle for between Finn for 5th. Finn and Webb. I just wanted to tip my hat to Hickey, having a good night tonight. Started 17th up to 8th.
How about Rusty Webb, a guy we haven't gotten to talk a lot about this season, trying to get his way into a top 5 here.
Pushing, man, and if he can get a top 5 finish, man, what a whale of a night for 3OG Racing, realistically.
Yes, sir.
Because you're going to have 3 drivers. As of right now, they're sitting in the top 6.
Yeah, what a race for 3OG. All their drivers, realistically, in the top 10, top 5 most of the night.
Can't take anything from Paul, because I know he's got wins on the season. We do got a battle for 5th going on, but Paul did hit the wall. Otherwise, he would have been up there with these cats. So Rusty Webb trying to utilize this bottom line on Kevin Finn. He's gonna get it.
He wanted.
He got loose doing it. He tried washing up.
I think he wanted to pull that slide job, and obviously that's going to cost him some momentum here. Oh!
3 to go.
3 to go. Here comes Corey Lindsay, going to try and fight with Johnny Thomas here for that top 10.
Got Richard Hines too, right behind him. It's going to slow down Lindsay's momentum just a little bit. Hines is in this mix. 2 laps to go for Chuck Sweeting. Cameron Rich. The race lead has increased this time by 2/10. 1.2 seconds.
Sam Close has actually closed that gap up a little bit.
Did.
He's running that high or that middle line there. I'm not sure if that's what's contributing to that or not, but starting to close off or fall back a little bit there.
Yeah, let's kind of keep an eye on the leaders here. We're coming down to the white flag here in Kentucky for the Kentucky 200 Race King Cup Series. Chuck Sweeting, number 26. He's got to make 2 lefts, and he's going to make it to victory lane. Down in turns 1 and 2, separated but with Cameron Rich by 1.1 seconds. Don't think nothing's going to happen to Sweeting. Who knows? I've seen crazy things on this sim, I swear. Coming off turn number 4, and Chuck Sweeting is going to win at Kentucky.
Beat one of the best doing it. Cameron Rich going to come home 2nd. Sam Close 3rd. Luis Almaso 4th, and Kevin Finn Gonna fight for the top 10, and Rusty Webb loses it after the start-finish line.
And Johnny Thomas got that 10th spot. Corey was one position away, but that's all right. He still had a wayable run tonight, though, despite the damage. All right. Well, don't go away, folks. We're not going to commercial break because we're going to be talking to the top 3 drivers, Sweeting, Rich, and Close. Man, Sam Close, I feel for him, man. He actually led the most laps of the night, and again, he gets a 3rd place and does not get the victory lane. But he still continues his streak of his average finish at this track of a 3rd.
Well, as we wait for the winner to come in here, why don't we talk to Mr. Sam Close here?
Yep, Sam Close is close enough to the thing here, so I'm going to throw Sam up here right now. Sam Close, 3YTV, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Sam, you had an awesome night here tonight. I know it's a 3rd place finish. It's not what you wanted, but you still have to be proud on how you've been running this season. How was the night overall? The handling the race car, and how was Kentucky for you?
It was a great night. Had really, really good long run speed. Really needed that thing to go green. Coming out of pits, I got stuck behind a car that just wasn't really going. So that kind of hurt me on the green flag stops. And then, just everything got mixed up when the caution came out. I think if I could have had the lead, I could have held on to it. Where I needed a longer run at the end because I think I was reeling those guys in, but I just didn't have as much short run speed as they did.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sam, throughout the month here, I'm just kind of doing some calculations here. As of right now, it's been kind of a quiet month of June for you, and the reason why I say that is because in the month of June you only led 1 lap. Compared to the month of May, you led 105 laps. And now tonight you led the most laps. Are you back on top to where you think you need to be as far as staying competitive, finish where you have to finish, and still try to hunt for that win?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm getting hot at the right time. Obviously, this track suits me pretty well, but it have more time to focus. Work. We all have lives, and sometimes that stuff gets a little crazy, but there's no excuses there. Just being able to focus on the races and try to do a little bit more practice and get in the zone for the playoffs.
Absolutely. And speaking of the playoffs, you're comparing up to being that playoffs. You're a championship contender for sure. We're going to mark off Kentucky right now. You got some great momentum now heading into this next race, which is Michigan International Speedway on July 8th. How do you feel about your chances on trying to get the victory lane in Michigan?
Michigan isn't quite as good for me as Kentucky is, but I'm comfortable there. Just have to be smart. If I keep on, racing these races right, instead of trying to do too much, I think something will come to me. So hopefully that happens.
All right, Sam. Well, best of luck to you next week in Michigan. Congratulations on the top 3, and keep going after that win, man. You're gonna get it.
Appreciate it, Tanner. Appreciate the broadcast, guys. Shout out to 3OG. Paul Ross hooked me up with the old school terminal trucking car. I think that might have helped my mojo a little bit. Thanks to Luis, Rusty Webb, 3 Wide Racing League, Corey. We really appreciate them.
All right, you heard him, folks. That's Sam Close, who finishes in 3rd tonight after leading the most laps. And Justin, I'm going to have you take 2nd place, Mr. Cameron Rich.
Sir. Cameron Rich, 3YTV, you got a copy?
Most certainly do.
Well, as usual, a threat here to win here tonight, and started out the night early. We're trying some 2-tire strategies, and was working through the field back and forth all night. Walk us through your race.
It didn't get off to a good start because I didn't go into turn 1 hard enough, and I got kind of freight trained by like 4 cars, and just kind of seemed like from there I was kind of trying to dig myself out of a hole. But that pit stop there, I don't know. I guess pitting early really gave me a lot of time, but I jumped, I think, everybody in front of me, and I was gonna be sitting pretty. But yeah, P2 is about where I thought I'd finish, because I don't know if I had the ultimate speed of Chuck or some other fast cars up there, but you know, I'm pretty happy with that.
So there was one point in the night where it seemed like everybody kind of wanted to get into your left side of the door, got roughed up a little bit in turn 3 twice there. Did that hurt the handling of the car at all, do you think?
Nah, it didn't really do anything to me. Luis and Sam were battling side by side in a 3, and I was behind Luis. And he kind of, I don't know if he checked up early or I was just a little overzealous, but I about wrecked it there. Had to lock up the brakes, and then the next lap, Tate unfortunately had some connection issue, and you know, I didn't know what happened at the time. All I thought was just he full throttled into me, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what did I do to you? But you know, I was having fun racing with him all night, so that's a shame for him. But no, I don't think it really affected anything. It was only about 5 seconds of optional damage.
Well, we go from this bumpy 1.5-mile racetrack to a wide open 2-mile racetrack in Michigan next week. What's your thoughts going over there?
Michigan's typically been one of my weaker tracks, so you know, I really hope I can turn that around. I felt like I did pretty well tonight. I wasn't always like very good at Kentucky, but figured out something, so that's pretty good. Michigan's fun though. It's slick, and you know, you got to run the high line, and it's probably gonna be really hot, so it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a good show.
All right. Well, before we let you go, always want to give you a chance to shout out your sponsors, your teammates, anybody you need to here.
Well, first I want to shout out to you guys, because you guys are doing an awesome job with not just 3Wide, but you know, all the leagues that 3Wide TV broadcasts, and Carlos works his butt off, so you know, he's kind of like the unforeseen hero of everything. And I really like watching your guys' broadcasts. They're, you know, entertaining and do a good job. And Corey, you know, he puts up with all of us. We give him hell all the time, but you know, he keeps trucking along. And just want to say happy 4th of July to everybody, and hope everybody has a safe 4th of July midweek, I guess.
All right. Well, that's Cameron Rich. Comes home P2 here tonight. Cameron, we wish you the best of luck in Michigan, and congrats on the P2 here tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right. And I believe that Tanner Sharp is caught up with the winner here tonight.
I've caught up with Chuck Sweeting, and Chuck, do you got a copy?
I got you, Tanner.
Hey, Chuck, what a whale of a run for you, and it's not been a cup season that you've been hoping for. A lot of DNFs, 5 at the most here, and you had some provisionals, but it's still great to come out on top at a track like Kentucky based on strategy that you did here tonight to get you out front and that clean air. Tell me about your night, buddy.
Well, it turned out pretty good. The first half of the race was pretty rough. A little beating and banging. Took it 3 wide one time when I shouldn't have, and had to make a save there. And I don't know, it seemed like every line that I picked was the wrong line. You know, like when you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic, rush hour traffic, you always get in the wrong lane. That's kind of how I felt tonight, but I don't know. Worked my way through it and just was patient, and finally got a good run, and got the lead when Matt stayed out. He gave me plenty of room, and took off from there. So had a good second half of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a whale of a save by you earlier. I do remember that now. Actually, I totally forgot all about it until you mentioned it. But yes, you did have a tremendous save. We did document that. But how hard was Kentucky here tonight, man? I've talked to other drivers. They say it was hard to pass on. You did say you went 3 wide. We did see some 3 wide racing from other drivers here tonight. Kentucky is it's a hard track to get around despite the wide grooves.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest that I've had to drive, except for maybe when we get to the road courses. That's probably the hardest that I've had to drive all year. It's a bumpy track. It's slick. It's I don't know. It takes a little finesse, and I don't know. It just worked out for me. I did some practice earlier tonight and a few days ago, and I think it paid off for me tonight.
Absolutely. Now looks like you have run a little bit of a limited schedule this season for the Cup Series side, and we're just talking Cup Series, not Truck Series here. But next week is Michigan. First off, will you be here for Michigan? And if so, how do you feel about your chances on getting win number 2 for Michigan?
I feel pretty good about it. I love the track. I usually run real good there. I'm a little concerned because Cameron was so good at California earlier this year. If he's that good at Michigan, then he might dominate down there. But I don't know. We'll see. I like the track, and got high hopes for it. Maybe the momentum from this week will carry over.
Well, hopefully the weight's been lifted off your shoulders, because as Carlos, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe a win gets you into the playoffs. So, I mean, if that's the case, you really ain't got to worry about. You just got to focus on getting other wins and trying to keep getting at it. I know you're fast enough there, Chuck, but congratulations on the win here tonight at Kentucky, and best of luck to you in Michigan.
Thanks, and thanks to everybody at 3 Wide and the league and the broadcast. Thanks for all you guys do. I got to thank my team owner, Randall Falks, for putting up with me and helping me out. So you guys do a great job on the broadcast. I appreciate it.
That's Chuck Sweeting there, folks, winning the race here tonight at the Kentucky Speedway for Randall Falks Racing. Let's go through the race results, get our final thoughts, and wrap it up. Winning the race tonight, as I just said, Chuck Sweeting started 5th tonight. Cameron Rich started on the pole, and guess what? Rich never led a lap tonight. He finishes in 2nd, though.
Wow.
Sam Close finishes in 3rd, started 3rd. Sam had a great car, but tonight was just not meant to be once again. Luis Salmasso finishes in 4th, and rounding out the top 5, Kevin Finn started 11th tonight. Rookie Dylan Hickey started 17th. He finishes in 6th. Good job, Dylan. Rusty Webb, another driver with a good finish here tonight, finishes in 7th. Levi Zielinski in 8th. Chad Brown in 9th.
Oh.
And Johnny Thomas finishes in 10th. I must have missed something. But if you want to take the rest of the field there, Justin, I'll give it to you.
All right. Well, we just saw the Marlins score once again, but yeah, interesting. But
wasn't reading that.
Well, yeah, Corey Lindsey unfortunately comes home just outside the top 10, but I'll tell you what, he did a hell of a job driving that car with how beat up it was. Was a tough start of the race for him, but it comes home 11th. Richard Hines comes home 12th. Matt Hackathorn 13th. Nathan Velez will come home 14th. Paul Ross will come home 15th, but his car was absolutely much better than that. Fortunately caught up in a little incident towards the end there. Mike Stevens will come home 16th. James Duke 17th. Stephen Kettman 18th, Tate Lytle 19th, had a very good car as well. Unfortunately, some internet issues cost him a good finishing spot here tonight, and Richard Lafferty will come home 20th.
Blackjack position, Jordan Teal finishes 21st, Wade Lear 22nd, and Brent Miller finishes 23rd after all 23 cars started the race here tonight. Justin, Kentucky was a hard track for these guys to conquer here tonight. Passing was hard. We did see some great racing action. What are your final thoughts on Kentucky and your thoughts on Michigan next week?
I'll tell you what, it was a different team up towards the front, different from what we're seeing. Really, all 3 OG drivers really showed their strength here tonight. It was refreshing to see all those guys showing their speed. You mentioned before, Cameron Rich really carrying the banner for Eisentech here tonight. Didn't lead a lap, but Jordan Teal was up there as well. Only those 2 guys in the field here tonight. And Michigan, I think Chuck said it best. We saw how good Cameron Rich was at Auto Club, and have to assume that he's going to be that strong once again once we get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Kentucky was a tough track for these these drivers to conquer, but they have a 2-mile D-shaped oval waiting for them in Brooklyn, Michigan next week at the Michigan International Speedway. I'd like to say thank you to all the sponsors here tonight, the RaceKings, for sponsoring the Cup Series of the 2018 3 Wide Racing League. Also, thanks to the Pulsar for sponsoring the Pulse Awards, the Drive for Suicide Prevention. Thank you for sponsoring the Pole Award here tonight, and actually other weeks and past. Also, thanks to the team tonight. You got Justin, you got Carlos, who do an amazing job every single week. I think you got track cams there, Justin.
Of course, the camera angles tonight were provided by TrackCams for Gourmet. You can find more information and download the pack at www.trackcams22.com or facebook.com/trackcams. And of course, our thanks to Thomas Morris from OCR TV for the amazing graphics package you saw here tonight.
Another race in the books, 5 more races until we hit the RaceKings Cup Series playoffs. And the next race is next week on Monday, July 9th, I believe it is. Not the 8th, the 9th. July 9th, 2018, 100 laps around the Michigan International Speedway. It is the old pavement of Michigan because iRacing does not have the repave. So we will be there for sure, and we hope you guys be there too. On behalf of everybody, have a safe 4th of July week. Be safe, don't blow yourself up, and we will see you next week, Monday.